What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be giving you some top tips for the Hog Riders and getting the 3 stars using this attack strategy in 2019. Now all of the attacks you will see are going to be covering Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11. We will try and give our analysis of the attacks as we go through the commentary, but without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, just before we get into this first attack, I do want to give a quick shout out to the guys over at Frenzied Faction. This is a brand new clan which has been set up. Actually, it's by one of the leaders of the UK team back when we competed in the CWC, and they are wanting to compete at that highest level, applying for the Champions War League in Season 6. So if you are interested in joining them, Town Hall 11 plus players, they're an active bunch of guys. Be sure to check out the Discord link in the description of this video. Into the first attack then, you can see that we have the Wall Wrecker as part of the army composition alongside the Golem, which has already been used. Now this is one kill squad that you will see, and we will bring a few different examples in this video. So we actually use the king along the top here, manages to create the funnel very nicely, does get taken down to this Tesla farm, but the funnel's already created. We have the golem in order to tank for the Wall Wrecker as it comes into the base here, alongside the bowlers and the queen, and just setting the funnel enough to get them troops in. Now I did like the Grand Warden ability here because the troops were quite spread, the CC troops were quite spread, and everything was just a little bit hectic in there. So the Grand Warden's ability meant that they were immune for that little bit of time whilst they took down the enemy queen and CC, just kind of reset things a little bit, shall we say. Moving to the south of the base, he attacks this area with the Multi-Inferno, Wizard Tower, and there was a Wizard Tower here as well. 4 major splash damage defenses down straight away, and you can see moving to the back end of the base, we only really have this Wizard Tower. So that is a big tip in terms of the Hog Riders when you are planning where you want to deploy them from. Now as we go through the video, you will see how you can sometimes surgically deploy the Hog Riders, but in general it's a much more user-friendly attack strategy than the Lava Loon. You can deploy the hogs in more of a mass format and you can follow their pathing. You don't necessarily need to worry about the lava hounds to protect. But my original point in terms of where to put the Hog Riders in, you want to take down the dangerous defenses first, and for a mass group of Hog Riders, that is the splash damages. Now you've got masses of hogs there coming in at that section. You haven't lost any yet, so you have a high DPS output. You can take them down fast, and you still have your heal spells. You haven't irrationally used one at the start of the raid. You've still got them there to get through that area. You want to get them high damage areas and dangerous areas down first, guys. So you will see that as we move through the video. Moving on to the second attack here, and by the way, if you do enjoy this one, guys, be sure to leave a like. It does help the video out massively, and if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe as well. Hit that notification bell to see all of my videos once they go live. You can see an interesting take here. The Electro Dragon is going to provide quite a bit of value. So as we start this one off, we do have the Golem coming in. That Tesla farm around the Town Hall just helps to protect that Electro Dragon. And I've said it recently in my videos, but do think about what value you can get out of these heavier troops. So the Electro Dragon able to chain through the Archer Tower there. Unfortunately, once that goes down, it's kind of stuck on the Town Hall, but do watch of the amount of value it gets along this side. I have mentioned in recent videos, the P.E.K.K.A. is another fantastic funneling troop, and yes, it's more capacity in order to commit, but if you can get the value, then it is worth it. So the Hog Riders come in from the left hand side here, kind of trying to sweep the base alongside the kill squad, shall we say. And in essence here, I really liked the stone slammer because it gave us access to that enemy queen, it gave us access to the clan castle, and if we zoom out, you can see the area of the base that it took out. So the Hog Riders, you know, are going to move around this way. Sorry, that was a terrible arrow, guys, drawn on the screen there. But you know exactly where the Hog Riders will go. The Battle Blimp and the Wall Wrecker doesn't necessarily give you that option since they target the town hall. So if there is an area of the base where you don't necessarily need to be that far into the base, you can use the stone slammer to open up them walls, allow your heroes in, and it just gives you a little bit more flexibility. Now again, notice the big pack of wizards on the left hand side here. We're basically pinching from either side into these defenses. So where the Hog Riders aim to end off, you want your kill squad on the opposite side of the base. Obviously, it would be massively inefficient if you just had all of your troops in one area. So do think about that once we had created the funnel and we'd sent the Hog Riders around from the west of the base up to the north and around to the east. You know that the Hog Riders are going to finish off near enough the east of the base. So get your cleanup troops in over where you first put the hogs. It's pretty simple, guys, but in essence, it is going to help you with time. Now another kill squad method you can use is the queen charge. Now watch on this one how we use all of these buildings to draw the queen in. We actually don't need to set up that big of a funnel. Yes, we do a little bit, so we do take out a couple of these buildings here, but in essence, if there's buildings to draw the queen in, she's still going to go into the base. So just think about that. Try and plan out your kind of pathing, if you will, to try and predict where she's going to go. And on this one, the CC comes out. I like the use of this minion just to come in and try and help to take out these air skeletons and protect the healers, sorry. Does a very nice job of that, and the queen is going to step up and get the king here as well. Now with a hog attack, yes, with a lava loon, the queen is the most important and the king's obviously not really important, but with a hog attack being ground troops, obviously you need to think about that king as well. So the queen gets that, and then we are going to attempt to break in here towards the enemy queen with our wall wrecker. And notice how we do miss this multi-inferno. I think that was aimed to go down as part of the kill squad, but since we've cleared out the bottom of the base here, we're actually able to directly target it and then merge the Hog Riders back in with the rest of the group, which is now being deployed. And from that point, we can then still use the heal spells where we had originally thought. Basically, any areas where your Hog Riders are going to be in major damage, that is your splash damage, your giant bombs, or anywhere where there's a lot of point defense, shall we say, that's where you want to use them heal spells. Getting down to the end of it here, there are a few defenses left and not too many hogs, but not a lot that can actually cause us any bother. So one final heal, obviously on that area where the multi-inferno is, again splash damage, and the Hog Riders can then move through these defenses in order to finish off. Now notice how the queen is still alive. That's kind of a beautiful thing with regards to the queen charge. If you can keep her alive, she's going to help with cleanup. And on this attack, there is troops absolutely everywhere, as you can see, but manages to get the 3. That was pretty good for me in terms of rhyming. I continue it on. Wow, drop that down in the comments if you think that was nuts. But let's move on to the next Town Hall 10 attack. Then we have a Town Hall 9 in order to wrap this one up. Now again, you can join the Discord server for Frenzied Faction down in the description of this video. My Discord server is down there as well if you ever want to come and have a bit more chat with me after the videos, share a bit strategy discussion with the rest of the community. But into this one, you can see at the bottom of the base here, it's quite nice. Look what we have. We have the CC, we have the queen, we also have the king here that we're able to take down. A lot of them major defenses that you might want to take are all at the south of the base here. And again, think about the pathing of the Hog Riders. Once we've taken out the south of the base, you know exactly where they are going to go. Now again, like we said, where would you put the Hog Riders in from this one? Multi-inferno. And we have a single inferno on the left hand side, so bring them into the multi first. Now again, you can bring in the Hog Riders in a big group like we did here. You can bring in a couple to these extra buildings in order to try and help with pathing, because you will see they split a little bit here, but because of the damage on the defenses, it might have actually been a bit hard to do on this one. However, still get the job done. We thankfully have a decent enough split on the hogs that we're able to use the heal spells here, but if the base was a little bit more user friendly, you might be able to just snipe a couple of defenses off. But again, you do need that big damage from the Hog Riders being in a group. That's how they work best, not just a couple of them, actually quite a lot of them. Queen's ability though, able to be saved right until the end when she was in range of that single inferno. Obviously that's where we need it. And again, look at the top of the base here, wizards cleaning up, pinching from either side in terms of the cleanup, and the Hog Riders in order to maximize your efficiency. So there you go. Let's move on to the final one of this video. It is a Town Hall 9 attack, and we've basically covered a variety of levels. The only difference if you did want to bring this into Town Hall 12 is that the Hog Riders would be susceptible to that Giga Bomb under the Town Hall. So similar to the Lava Loon, you'd either need to have the Grand Warden's ability or take it out as part of a kill squad. But the Hogs were very nice at Town Hall 12, I gotta tell you guys. So on this one, the Bowlers. The Bowlers are the best CC troop in order to get in and take an area of the base out, so that you can then control that pathing of the Hog Riders. That's what we're doing here. We have that golem in front, but you can see that a few of them walk, and that is something which can happen very easily with the bowlers if you're not careful. Valkyries are a good substitute if you don't have that option, but again, look at the top of the base here. We have the enemy CC, the enemy queen, and the enemy king. So once we've came into the bottom and taken that area out just with the suicide CC troops, we can then use the king and queen very nicely at the top of the base here, again with a couple of funneling troops just to help out. But once we've taken out them dangerous places, where do we want to attack first with the hogs? The splash damage. So again, bomb tower, wizard tower, which this bowler, look at it, getting that bounce, and again we can target this wizard tower certainly quickest from the bottom of the base, excuse me. So we do have the bomb tower, the wizard tower, and the wizard tower. Target them as soon as you can. Huge amounts of hogs moving through here. Still have a final heal which we try and hold on to whilst they get to that wizard tower. Again, that's where the major damage is, and the queen, if you're able to protect her, she can help with cleanup. We're pinching from the other side here, look, taking out these buildings at the bottom in order to maximize time. The Hog Riders, once they get this final cannon down, can also then help with cleanup. So that gives you a good variety of Hog Rider attacks, a good variety of entries, a good variety of bases, and I hope it helps you guys out, as well as giving a bit of a recap. Again, I try and do my best in terms of tips for everyone as we do these. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed already, the button is right next to me. But that wraps it up for this one. Until next time, peace out.